Just imagine, if you were standing right here over 60 years ago, you'd be standing in the middle of an orange grove. One visionary man stood right where you are now, but instead of orange trees, he envisioned a magic kingdom. This man's name was Walt Disney, and his dream would be called Disneyland.
It has been said that
as long as there is imagination left in the world, Disneyland will never be complete.
Imagination? We got a lot of that around here. Right, Tinkerbell? Oh, atta girl, Tink. Sprinkle your pixie dust. Let's show them just how magical this place can be. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's a world where you belong, where you can dream aloud. Your heart will follow.
Get up and sing along. The moment's here and now.
Inside we all know if we believe in the fantasy, it will carry us away, carry us away. You and me making memories today. Yeah. Step into the magic.
Watch the stories come to life.
Step into the magic.
Every color shines so bright.
Step into the magic.
Step into the magic. You're in my arms, and all the world is calm. The music playing on for only two. So close together, and when I'm with you, so close to feeling alive. So close to reaching that famous happy end. Almost believing this one's not pretending. Now you're beside me, and look how far we've come. So close, and still so far.
One dream, we come from everywhere with just one dream. This home is where we all can share in just one dream. One day, I still believe if we can see the possibilities, the world can be a better place. So many miracles are happening around us every
Disneyland Hotel. Such fun that you'll wonder where each day and night when at Disneyland Hotel. Take an enchanted vacation.
The magical kingdom is swell.
You two will sing life's a wonderful thing at Disneyland Hotel. At Disneyland Hotel.
to know just where it starts, how it grows from just a spark. It's wondrous. I feel it now with you and me, a gentle stream of energy. I know it's wondrous. From dream to wish to a very first try, from jumping to falling to learning to fly. Each stroke of the painter, each motion that meets the eye. It's the magic that we call life. It's the stardust that lights your eyes. It's the flight of the butterflies. Right when you see it, can you believe it? It's wondrous. It's wondrous. The water flows, the current sweeps, a constant change in you and me. Oh, it's wondrous. A moment comes for everyone to take a chance, and when it does, you'll know it's wondrous. The mother, she spins through her colors on end. She shows us her dress and then changes again. Each shade of a sunset, each moment of passing time. It's the magic that we call life. It's the stardust that lights your eyes. It's the flight of the butterflies. Right when you see it, can you believe it? It's wondrous.
Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way. One wore blue and one wore gray. One wore blue and one wore gray as they marched along their way. The fife and drum began to play, all on a beautiful morning. One was gentle, one was kind. One was gentle, one was kind. One came home, one stayed behind. A cannonball don't pay no mind. A cannonball don't pay no mind if you're gentle or if you're kind. It don't think of the folks behind, all on a beautiful morning, all on a beautiful morning.
How would you like to take a ride on a riverboat?
How would you like to meet a lion face to face? If you think you'd like to see monkeys swinging from a tree, Adventureland, that's the place.
How would you like to see a baby crocodile?
Maybe you'll run across an alligator too.
If you think you'd like to go where the tiger lilies grow, Adventureland, that's for you. There's a real live jungle there for you to explore. There's a real native village there and so much more. Lots of extraordinary things that look like a page from your geography book. So if you want to take a trip that you won't forget,
where there are such exciting things for you to see,
I'll be glad to show you how. There's a boat that's leaving now. Come to Adventureland with me. the tiki room. In the tiki room.
All the birds sing word and the flowers croon.
In the tiki room.
Welcome to our tropical hideaway, you lucky people, you. If we weren't in the show starting right away, we'd leave the audience too.
All together in the tiki room. In the tiki room.
All the birds sing word and the flowers croon.
In the tiki room.
I sing so beautiful, I should sing solo.
See, so low we can't hear you.
My voice may not be so marvelous, but my profile is out of this world.
Jawohl, but the trouble is, it's not far enough out of this world. Isn't that right, Herr Schmidt? Oh, I see, Schmidt has no hair.
Mi amigo, stop the clucking. You sound like a bunch of old hens. There's a lot of birds waiting to go on. For instance...
The boys in the back are called macaws.
Because of their claws?
No, because they're macaws. And our fine feathered friend is a jolly toucan. And toucan sounds better than one toucan can. The bird of paradise is an elegant bird. It likes to be seen and it loves to be heard. Most little birdies will fly away, but the tiki room birds are here every day.
In the tiki room. In the tiki room.
All the birds sing word and the flowers croon.
In the tiki room.
Our show is delightful, we hope you'll agree. We hope that it fills you with pleasure and glee. Because if we don't make you feel like that, we're gonna wind up on a lady's hat.
In the tiki room. In the tiki room.
All the birds sing word and the flowers croon.
In the tiki room.
Our magnificent production is yet to come. So strum the guitar and beat the drum. We've been a hit and we know you adore us. So come on and join us in another chorus.
In the tiki room. In the tiki room.
I need to sound that. A little louder.
In the tiki room. All the birds sing words and the flowers croon. In the tiki room.
Applause! Applause! See, that was crazy.
Mes amis, such wonderful singing calls for applause.
See, amigos, applause.
that can float right by you. It may surprise you what you can find underneath the surface with an open mind. Ooh, it's a joyful celebration. You don't need an invitation. It's joyful. Now everyone can see your very special spice makes us complete. Sometimes it's hard to believe that the very thing we were looking for was right here all along. Let's not waste any more time doubting what's inside. Everyone can sing the song. It's a joyful celebration. You don't need an invitation. It's joyful. This band just can't be beat because your special spice makes us. Because your unique spark makes us. Because your special spice makes us complete. Because your special spice makes life complete.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
Creak and the tombstones quake.
Tombstones mouth for swing and wake.
Happy haunts materialize
And begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide.
For a silly spook, they sit by your side.
Shrouded in a dark disguise.
They pretend to terrorize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
As the moon climbs high o'er the dead oak tree,
Spooks arrive for the midnight spree.
creepy creeps with eerie eyes.
Starts to shriek and harmonize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
When you hear the knell of a requiem bell,
Weird ghosts in where spirits dwell.
restless bones etherealize.
Rise as spooks of every size.
When the crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake, spooks come out for a swinging wake. Happy hearts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide, or a silly spook may sit by your side, shrouded in a daft disguise.
They pretend to terrorize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
As the moon climbs high o'er the dead oak tree, spooks arrive for the midnight spree. Creepy creeps with eerie eyes start to shriek and harmonize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
When you hear the knell of a requiem bell, weird glows gleam where the spirits dwell. Restless bones etherealize, rises spooks of every size. Oh, yes, they do.
When the crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake, and the mock horse swing and blink, happy haunts with clear eyes, and begin to evoke their lies. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide,
For a silly spook may sit by your side,
shrouded in a darkish tide.
They pretend to terrorize.
Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. As the moon climbs high over the tree,
Spooks arrive for midnight free.
creepy creeps within the eyes.
Start to shake and harmonize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
When you hear the knell of a requiem bell,
Weird glows gleam where the spirits dwell.
restless bones etherealize,
Rises spooks of every size.
If you would like to join our jamboree, there's a simple rule that's compulsory. Mortals pay a token fee. Rest in peace, the haunting's free. So hurry back, we would like your company.
Hurry back, hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate.
and Remington, don't give a hope. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We extort, we pilfer, we build some sack. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Maraud and embezzle and even hijack. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We kindle and char, inflame and ignite. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We burn up the city, we're really a fright. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho.
We're rascals, scoundrels, villains, and knaves. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We're devils and black sheep, really bad eggs. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We're beggars and blighters, ne'er-do-well cats. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Aye, but we're loved by our mommies and dads. Drink up, ye hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and loot. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We kidnap and dragons and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We extort, we blow, we filch and sack. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Marauding, embezzle, and even hijack. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We kindle and char and flame and ignite. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We burn up the city, we're really a fright. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We're rascals, scoundrels, villains, and knaves. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We're devils and black sheep, really bad eggs. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We're beggars and blighters, ne'er-do-well cats. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Aye, but we're loved by our mommies and dads. Drink up, ye hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and loot. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We kidnap and dragons and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We extort, we blow, we filch and sack. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Marauding, embezzle, and even hijack. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We kindle and char and flame and ignite. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We burn up the city, we're really a fright. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We're rascals, scoundrels, villains, and knaves. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. We're devils and black sheep, really bad eggs. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We're beggars and blighters, ne'er-do-well cats. Drink up, me hearty yo-ho. I was bred up by our mommies and dads. Drink up, ye hearty yo-ho.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the little mining town of Rainbow Ridge, the gateway to nature's wonderland. As we head for the wilderness, a couple of suggestions. Please stay seated at all times and keep your hands and arms inside the train. The animals get mighty hungry. And no smoking, please, because we don't want to start a forest fire. Now, beyond these hills lies nature's wonderland. You're apt to see a whole lot of wildlife, so keep a real sharp hunter's eye.
Station, there's a frightened, trembling man. His body's weak and feeble, and his skin has lost its tan. When I asked him for a ticket, he turned and shook his head. He grabbed me by the shoulder, and this is what he said. Before you get on board this train, there's something you should know. When I finish with this tale, you might not want to go. I listened with amazement at what he said was true. And now, my friend, the time has come to tell this tale to you. Hear the legend of Thunder Mountain. If you're weak of heart, then stay away from the Thunder Mountain Railroad. The Thunder Mountain Railroad, run away. It said as the legend has it, on one foggy night in June, the train and crew pulled out at 12 beneath the darkened moon. The boiler full of water and the tinder full of coal. The whistle screamed a warning as the wheels began to roll. Like a bucking bronco with a cougar on its back, the train began to run away down miles and miles of track. What happened to the crew that night, no one has ever learned. The train pulled in all by itself, the men did not return. Hear the legend of Thunder Mountain. If you're weak of heart, then stay away from the Thunder Mountain Railroad. Thunder Mountain Railroad, run away. history of Big Thunder continues to unfold. The stories of its danger continue to be told. Of avalanches, rattlesnakes, and earthquakes in the night, and voices of that phantom crew that chill your blood with fright. So please forgive me, mister, if I'm standing in your way, but before you buy your ticket, there's one thing I have to say. Hear the legend of Thunder Mountain. Victory could hardly stay away from Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Thunder Mountain Railroad, run away. Hear the legend of Thunder Mountain. Victory could hardly stay away from Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Thunder Mountain Railroad, run away. Hear the legend of Thunder Mountain. Victory could hardly stay away from
I see we're coming back to Rainbow Ridge again. I hope you all enjoyed your trip into Nature's Wonderland. Please stay in your seats till I get the train stop, will you? And then just lift up the jump seat in the middle and the door will come right open. Now, to find the exit, folks, just head right for the front of the train. And if you got a mountain lion sitting next to you, don't feed him. Just tell him to hop out and hightail it back to his own stomping ground. Well, thanks for riding along, and come on back again when you're out in these here frontier parts, will you? So long.
We'll do what we like, cause that suits us. How do you do? Mighty pleasant greeting. Pretty good, sure as you're born. Pretty good, sure as you're born. How do you do? Mighty pleasant greeting. How do you do? Say when you're meeting. How do you do? With everyone repeating. Pretty good, sure as you're born. Pretty good, sure as you're born. The weather is good, the fishing is fine. Oh, what do we do with all of our time? Well, we sit and we think and we wiggle our toes. That's what you ask us. That's what we know. Pretty good, sure as you're born. Pretty good, sure as you're born.
zippity-yay. Home sweet home is the lesson today. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I'm glad to be here and I'm sure gonna stay. I'm through with moving on now. It's where I'm born and bred in. The bright patch is where I'm heading. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I'm back in my home now and I'm sure gonna stay.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed our way. We never doubted he'd get away. Moving on taught him a lesson. You learned it well, Red Rabbit. Get caught some nasty habits. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, feeling this way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. It's a time for celebrating today. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Gather together this wonderful day. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Their hearts can prayer, they're gonna get today. Zippity we on our way to Nottingham?
To Birmingham,
To Buckingham?
or any handy hamlet by the sea? Are we on our way to Devonshire?
To Lancashire?
Or Worcestershire?
I'm not so sure, we'll have to wait and see. Are we on our way to Dover?
We're going nearly over.
The jolly old road that goes to Plymouth Home. No! We're merrily, 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 merrily on our way to nowhere in particular. We're merrily, 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 merrily on our way, though the roads are perpendicular.
We're always in a hurry.
We have no time to stall. We've gotta be there.
We've got to be there.
But where we can't recall. Casey Jr.'s coming down the track with a smoky stack. Hear him pumping, coming round the hill. Casey's here to thrill every Jack and Jill. Every time his funny little whistle sounds, everybody hurries to the circus grounds. Time for lemonade and cracker jack. Casey Jr.'s back, Casey Jr.'s back. molecules around us everywhere. There are miracles from molecules in the earth, the sea, the air. Now men with dreams are furthering what nature first began, making modern miracles from molecules for man. Every atom is a world, an infinity unfurled, a world of inner space without an end, a world of mystery, of endless energy, with treasures more than man can ever spend. Miracles from molecules are dawning every day, discoveries for happiness in a fabulous array. A never-ending search is on by men who dare and plan, making modern miracles from molecules for man, making modern miracles from molecules for man.
Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy.
gentlemen, boys and girls, Disney proudly presents our spectacular nighttime pageant of magic and imagination in millions of dazzling lights and astounding musical It's the paper
Switch on the sky and the stars glow for you. Go see the world 'cause it's all so brand new. Don't close your eyes 'cause your future's ready to shine. It's just a matter of time before anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment magic was made for. Come one, come all, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now. Now, 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 now.
Calling all dreamers to let your mind run free, to believe in make believe, to be who you wanna be. Calling all dreamers, a celebration in the street, and the sights you're gonna see far beyond your wildest dreams.
wanted to foster a better understanding among nations of the world, and we wanted to show it to be a very happy one. Happy. As I say, we're just getting started.
so we come to the end of this chapter.
Oh, no, please, can't we go back to page 1 and do it all over again?
But Pooh, it's just another turn of the page. And I, for one, think what comes next will be wondrous.
beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. When it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Maybe it's a smile on the subway. Maybe it's a whisper in the dark. Or maybe it's a hug amidst the heartache. There's a million different ways that it can start, but someone has to start it. Start the motion, throw the stone, stir the ocean, be the hand that reaches out for the unknown. Sometimes just one drop is all it takes. See the ripples, watch them turn to waves right before your eyes. You never know who it might touch, and soon it might be all of us. Maybe there's a world that you can change, so start away. Have to be some epic gesture. Most simple acts of kindness never are. But soon you might be on a grand adventure, tracing out a path among the stars. Will you be the one to start it? Start the motion, stand alone, stir the ocean, be the hand that reaches out for the unknown. Sometimes just one drop is all it takes. One drop is all that it takes. See the ripples, watch them turn to waves right before your eyes. You never know who it might touch, and soon it might be all of us. Maybe there's a world that you can change, so start away. Someone has to start it. Will you be the one to start it? Oh, will you be the one to start it? The one to start it all? Join in, and oceans just
bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy, and may your feet always be swift, and may you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful, and may your song always be sung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, Disneyland. Close your eyes real tight, wishing hard I might, wishing hard I may find my way to Disneyland. Gotta get to Disneyland on a western breeze. all the world is gone, the music playing on for only two.
So close together, and when I'm with you, so close to feeling alive. We're so close to reaching that famous happy end.
Almost believing that this one's not pretend.
Now you're beside me, and look how far we've come.
So far,
So far.
we are. I love you. So close.
As Walt Disney said, Disneyland will never be complete. And as the future will show us, with enough imagination, it will continue to build and grow on one enduring promise, that all who journey into its magical gates will feel forever young. And the magic, as Walt assured us, will never end.
Turn on your light. Come on and live the magic. So much to find. Come on and live the magic. You wish upon a star. We believe in the fantasy. It will carry us away, carry us away. You and me making memories today. Step into the magic. Watch the stories come to life. Step into the magic. Every color shines so bright. Step into the magic. Step into the
Just think, all of this is yours forever.
Come